You're live.
You're live.
If you could just check the audio.
It's not live at the moment. You get to speak.
We just,
Maybe that it's waiting. It might be okay now.
there can be a little bit of a time delay. So much town council.
Just come up with a notification on my phone.
Still saying upcoming.
Okay, thank you. Welcome everyone to the October meeting of the Sandwich Town Council Planning Committee. And I'd like to welcome Sophie, our new town clerk, to her first planning committee, and show her how quick we have our meetings.
Come on, Jeff.
Thank you. Okay. Item 1, apologies for absence received.
Apologies from Mr. Hennessy for work and Councillor Tomlins also for work.
Okay. Item 2, declarations of interest. To receive any declarations of disclosable pecuniary interest from members in respect of business to be transacted.
No.
Okay. Item 3, public participation. Item 3 is minutes of the planning committee. To approve the minutes of the planning committee held on Monday the 30th of October 2025. As you can see, any much for minutes. Should be September. Oh,
Yeah, it should be September.
should be September.
Sorry, I didn't check them from Chloe. Okay.
Just change it. Or I could just change the date. wouldn't it?
Yeah,
So it's the 15th of September, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Happy to propose.
Yeah.
Happy to propose.
Second.
Propose, second, yeah. All in favour, accept the minutes?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we are.
Right, and would you be very kind and sign initial them?
Yeah.
Councillor Franklin, if you write your name, like, not just initials, the actual.
And the last one.
No, on the top page it says signed as a true record. Can you see that? A bit higher up. No, last page.
Last one,
Signed as a true record.
yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be down twice.
I know, that's just because of the footer on the Word document.
Okay. Ooh, getting all puckered now. Thank you. Item 4, public participation. A 20-minute session is set aside for members of the public to make representations at the meeting in respect of the business on the agenda. Individual representation should not exceed 5 minutes. Written notice of the desire to exercise the right to speak, together with the topic to be discussed, must be addressed to the town clerk at least 4 hours in advance of the meeting. Do we have anyone?
No, we don't.
As you can see, we've got the slightly different, we've got it laid out a little bit, okay? So, number 1, crown lift to 3 metres above ground level of 3 trees situated within the conservation area, pumping station, Duke Street, Sandwich.
Chair. We have 4 planning applications on the agenda that relate to trees, and none of them have any supporting documentation on the DDC portal. So I would suggest we should not discuss them tonight because we don't know the context, we don't know proximity to other properties, etc., etc. So we need to get onto Dover District Council and ask for that supporting information. It all got 0. I'm not sure quite what's happening.
No, we don't have the position where the trees are, don't we?
Exactly.
I'd like to second that because it's dreadful.
To defer.
You know, we've all logged on to the portal
Yeah, I've been
to
looking at a couple of times.
and there's just absolutely nothing there. So we need a very, some sort of communication to DDC.
Okay.
So proposed, you second it, all in
I'm
favour that we
seconding that,
defer the.
All the tree ones
All
to
the
be
tree
deferred.
ones.
Four of them.
One,
Everyone happy? You agree?
four.
Four.
That's, yeah.
That's four of them.
Yeah.
This will help the 20-minute target. Apparently the sound's not working on the.
Oh, it looks like it's working.
It is working actually, because I did.
It was when we,
Yeah.
it was delayed, wasn't it?
Apologies, I think it is. Carry on.
It looks like it is.
Okay. Item two.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Item two, discharge of condition three, external colour of units, condition four, pre-comp fire management plan, condition eight, pre-comp CMMP, pursuant to application 23/01446, installation of a battery energy storage system, in brackets BESS, and associated infrastructure, power station at Artillery Way, Discovery Park, Sandwich, Kent.
Chair. There are three items that involve conditions being removed. We can go for each of them individually, but on the first one, and this is the issue, that ultimately it's the planning authority will determine whether a condition is removed or conditions removed.
Yeah.
In the case of this one, it's not within our capability unless somebody's hid under a bushel for years in terms of their skills and capabilities. It's not within our capability to comment on them. Fire management plan, pre-construction environmental plan, and condition three proposal will be for DDC to advise. So again, keeping us to the 20-minute target, I think a number of these we can go around the houses.
Yeah.
And on this one, I would suggest we just give no comments.
I'll second that, no
All in
comment.
favour, no comment?
No comment.
Okay, thank you. Item three, discharge of condition four, community use agreement, condition five, management and maintenance scheme, condition eight, surface water drainage, condition 10, biodiversity, condition 11, habitat management and monitoring plan pursuant to application 24/00616, creation of a 3G artificial grass pitch, brackets AGP, with perimeter fence and hard standing areas, storage container, floodlights and access footpath and associated fund, Bay Point Club, Ramsgate Road, Sandwich, reference number CON/200616/A. So,
Same as I said before, I think we should provide no comment on this.
no
I'll
comment?
second that.
All in favour, no comment? Okay. So item four can be deferred then, isn't that? Yeah, okay. That one's an item.
Yeah.
Okay. Item five, discharge of condition 4A, details of internal petitions, and 4B, details of joinery pursuant to application 25/00068, internal alteration to provide a kitchenette and toilet pod within the nave and the relocation of some pews, St Park's Chapel, reference number LCON/25/00068/B. I think this is conservation. We've already passed the plan.
Yeah, we've already approved this in principle, but again, if you look at the supporting paperwork, I don't think there's anybody in this room that would have the ability to interpret the
I
drawings.
think this is just the building consent.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, looking at the drawings, they're by a reputable architect.
Yeah.
It looks to a good standard that's in keeping with the history of the building, so I would be happy to support it.
So they're normally coming together, you normally get the building and the listed building, but they're done separately this time, so.
Yeah, I was just going to second councillor Chuka's comment there.
So all happy with that?
Sorry, I think we should be providing no comment, even though we might be supportive. I think it's for DDC to decide.
Okay. Item six. The discharge of condition 227, archaeology pursuant to application 21/00864, erection of a detached part 2 and part 3-storey building comprising 4-number visitor apartments, class C1 use, restaurant class E use, or bar sui generis with associated access parking, landscaping and infrastructure work, existing buildings to be demolished. Site at Bridgewall House, reference number CON/21/00864, stroke C. I think we already passed this before. haven't we?
Yeah, so this is the one down at the toll bridge.
Yeah,
And this is a request to remove an archaeology related condition. So again, I think we have to rely on DDC's expertise in that field.
And I was just going to add, sorry, that it is, I see the watching brief has been drafted by the Canterbury Archaeological Trust, so they are very reputable in the works that they undertake.
Do we know if there are further conditions that need to be relaxed in order for the scheme to go ahead?
well, I think if as long as the County Archaeology Trust are there looking at it, because they're brilliant, aren't
I wonder if this is the end of the line, whether this is the
It
last condition, or whether it's
No,
still
it may-
wants to come.
It may not be because of course the works aren't progressed very far at the moment. So there will be if you go into the portal, you will find all the conditions that have been agreed by DDC on the development. And it's up to the developer at various points to decide whether they want to challenge any of the conditions. And DDC, as a planning authority, will determine whether the conditions can lapse or not.
they? Yeah.
So again, I think I'd propose we make no comment on archaeological importance of
Yeah.
the development.
So you're happy for this to,
No comment.
no comment, no comment? All in favour of the no comment?
Yeah.
Okay. So item 7 and item 8 relate to trees, so we would like them deferred.
Yeah.
Okay. So item 9, prior approval of the installation of a 25-metre high lattice tower supporting 6 antennas, 4 transmission dishes and shared meter cabinet, a dedicated operator equipment cabinet and associated ancillary development. Minters removal and storage, Sandwich Industrial Estate, reference number 25/01012. I think we discussed this before, Councillor Williams.
Yeah, I mean, 25 metres is quite high, but this is in the middle of an industrial area. I think there's a crane there, which is probably higher. And it's obviously got a huge amount of public support because of the poor mobile signal in Sandwich, so I'm really happy to support it.
Yeah, and if you look at the Ramsgate Road, there's a big building at the back with a massive great old storage tank, which is just slightly smaller.
So Minters own the land. The application is by Virgin Mobile with the intention that other mobile phone providers can jump on board if they want to in the future. There is an issue about the visual impact. However, the key thing is about coverage and capacity.
Yeah.
And this will improve for many residents in the town, the signal reception. I looked at the national guidance set by central government around mobile masts, and all the supporting information they've given is comprehensive and it's very well laid out, but then again, that's their business. So DDC will determine whether it's acceptable or not, and I think we should support it based on what Councillor Wiles said.
Yeah, but like I said, at least it's down the industrial estate where there are
It is.
tall buildings there.
It is.
Because where I live, I've got about 2 mobile phone masts
Yeah.
within 100 metres of my house
Yeah.
in Middlesbrough Road. Did you want to speak to you?
No, it's okay, I'm looking forward to it.
I'll call you on the first day it goes live.
Who's proposing it? Who's got proposed?
I'm happy to support it.
Yeah, I mean, what is interesting, it's owned by Minters,
Yeah.
so it's a third party
Yeah.
taking their
We're all in
some of their
favour.
land.
Yeah, we're in support, thank you.
It's not on the church or somewhere.
No. Item 10, erection of rear extension extending beyond rear of wall of original dwelling by 4.5 metres with a height of 2.89 metres and eaves of 2.46 metres. 17 Polders Garden, Sandwich, reference number 25/00941. That is the secret, you said. Councillor Wells.
Yeah, this is a fairly modest extension. I think it fits with the property. There's no planning objections that I can see.
No
So I'm
letters,
happy to
is there?
support it.
Second.
And second, all in favour? Yeah. Withdrawn planning applications. There were no planning applications that have been withdrawn at the time of issuing this agenda. Planning decisions. To receive a note, latest decision taken by Dover District Council on new planning applications. Any comments at all?
None to be unexpected.
So,
I mean, there is one that we did object to, which has been passed, and that was the conversion of space above the property on Market Street.
Number 8, I think it was, wasn't it?
I'll approve the note.
Yeah.
Report.
I'll
Second
second that.
report, all in favour? Yeah. All in favour, yeah. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't get who proposed the second?
Me.
Okay, one,
I've got to get my name on it somewhere.
Jeff, Franklin, who seconded?
Yeah.
Yeah,
PC, and all agreed.
okay. Okay.
Yep.
Next item is street furniture application. To receive and consider any application related to EDC in relation to a street furniture consent application under the Local Government Miscellaneous Provision Act 1982. Local Government Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1982, street furniture consent. Please note, none to consider at the time of issuing this agenda. No?
Yep.
The second, all in favour of the next report?
Yep.
Thank you. Licensing. To consider and note any licensing notice for sandwich. Please note, none to consider at the time of issuing this agenda.
Note.
You might beat your record.
Enforcement. To consider any enforcement notices and issues received from Dover District Council. Please note, none to consider at the time of issuing this agenda.
Note.
Note.
Correspondence. To receive and consider correspondence related to planning matters, including notification of appeals against refusal of planning application. Rule 6 is appointment of the examining authority, invitation of the preliminary meeting and notification here, attachment 11. I think that's the next March, isn't it? But I think this the dates have gone by now, hasn't it?
I have, yeah.
You happy
So,
with
so happy to note that
it?
this correspondence
Yes.
no longer relevant.
Yeah, okay. So, okay.
Oh, sorry. So why was it no longer relevant?
The date had gone on.
It's the 8th,
The 8th of October.
Oh, I'm sorry.
to say it's the March. isn't it?
It's not your fault, Sophie, they send these things late quite often.
Okay. Correspondence. To receive and consider correspondence related to planning matters, including notification.
Is this better?
Yeah, no, I'm just checking you're listening.
Not doing well your record, mate.
Yeah, Dover District Council planning update by Dover District Council representations on matters related to planning. Do we have any?
Yes, I did get an email from Councillor Morehouse. Good afternoon, sir. In terms of updates to planning committee meeting this year, I'm forwarding an email regarding planning application 25 /00500 land adjacent to 95 St George's Road, Sandwich. Additionally, I've asked Claire Dethier for an update on 57 New Street. Now, there was no update that went with that, but the email 95 St George's Road is from Luke Laskett at Dover. Dear Councillor Morehouse, thank you for your email. Please accept my apologies for the delay in responding. The application has received a significant number of third-party comments, both in favour and objecting to the application. As such, regardless of the officer recommendation, the application would have met the threshold for referral to planning committee. It's acknowledged that you have additionally requested that the application be called in to planning committee, which will be noted in the officer report for completeness. It is agreed that the dwelling proposed is the same as that which was refused and subsequently dismissed at appeal under application 22-01341. Both the refusal and dismissed appeal and consequently material considerations of significant weight in the determination of the current application. That said, the applicant has sought to provide additional evidence in an attempt to overcome the inspector's reasons for dismissing the appeal. The case officer has raised queries and sought clarification regarding some of the evidence submitted, which, whilst it is right to robustly challenge evidence, has taken time. The officer has also challenged the applicant regarding the submitted biodiversity net gain assessment. While the officer is not yet in a position to reach a recommendation on the application, once a recommendation is reached, the case will duly be reported to planning committee. If you require anything further, please do not hesitate to contact me or the case officer.
Could I just ask, and I'm sure it happened, just to attach that update to the minutes that come?
Yes, it only arrived today. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that. So, last item, date next planning committee meeting, Monday, 10th of November.
We did have relating to the projects in terms of Midsummer Marshes, didn't we? We had that.
Yeah.
Were we supposed to discuss that at all, or was that just for
I think
information?
it's for the individuals, I think, because
Yeah, no, I agree.
it's only really got, I think we have applied before, haven't we?
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
no, so basically the hearings are starting, and
Yeah.
within the pack is planning inspectorate note relating to the
Yeah.
planning meetings, the review of the plans themselves. So I didn't know if it was there just for information.
It was just, that when it was there for information, it was all part of the same document that came.
So I'm not trying to make this your 20-minute target.
Okay, okay then.
Are we done?
Yeah,
Say the
we are.
last bit again. Say the last item 13 again.
Which one's that?
The last, the date and time.
I thought I'd just done that, but you sort
No,
of.
you didn't
You didn't finish it.
Oh, all right then. Well, you've got to give me over now, haven't you? Date of the next planning committee meeting, Monday the 10th of November 2025, at 6:30.
You're a minute over late now.
Scotland.
Scupper, yeah, you too. Thank you for your attendance, everyone. Thank you.
Good job.
Oh, yes, you
Right, end stream.
It is mine's on.
Sometimes when you have to come
are. I've done that.
You don't go for it, and then